Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It's been a while. I've had another bit of a break. Videos going forward are going to be on kind of an as and when basis. They're not a priority for me at the moment. But I will definitely be getting them out when I can. Today I thought I'd show like a sort of an update of sorts. I'm not going to go through everything that I've got since my last update, because that would take too long. And at the moment, I'm going through my collection anyway, slowly. And the ones that have already been catalogued in my collection, I will just show in those collection videos. So at the moment, I'm only showing recent ones that I've got, fairly recent ones. So there's not too many. So it's not going to be too big of a video. But yeah, hopefully I can start maybe doing this once, maybe do a monthly haul. That might work out well. And I'm going to try and carry on with the Blu-ray collection. But yeah, I'm not going to have a schedule. I know going into the new year I said I was going to have more of a schedule, but just personal family matters and other things, just sometimes it makes it a bit difficult to be able to stick to a schedule for me. I do enjoy making videos and I am still going to be making videos, but it's just not going to be as often as it used to be now. But yeah, I'm not going to go on about that any longer. I'm going to get on to showing stuff that I've got the last, I'd say this is the last month or so. As I say, there are probably some stuff that I've catalogued already that I've got in the last month as well, but that's because I've watched it and put it away. But yeah, I'll just get straight onto it. So first up we have Hitchcock, starring Anthony Hopkins and Helen Mirren. This was all about the making of Psycho, and how it came about, how he decided that this was going to be his follow-up film to North by Northwest, and this turned out to be probably his most successful film ever that he made in his career. Really good performances this had from Anthony Hopkins, well, from the whole cast really, and it was really interesting just to find out the details about how Psycho actually did get made. So yeah, it was a very interesting film. Next up we have Rising Sun, starring Sean Connery and Wesley Snipes. I watched this the other night and it was a very average watch. Nothing special. I kind of zoned out for the first hour, so I kind of missed the whole gist of what was going on, just because it wasn't really that interesting and it was the sort of thing that I'd seen done many times before and much better. The main reason that I got this originally was because I really liked Sean Connery, especially the films that he did in the 90s, and I was just interested to see what it was going to be like. But yeah, not one that I will be rushing back to, but I will keep it for now. Now, this one I watched last night and I thoroughly enjoyed, and that was Ruby Sparks. This is from the director of Little Miss Sunshine and also stars Paul Dano, and his real life wife Zoe Kazan as well, who wrote the story for this, I believe. Got great supporting cast as well. You got Chris Messina, Steve Coogan's got a small part, Annette Bening, Antonio Banderas, Elliot Gould. Yeah, it's great supporting cast and it's a good film. It's basically about a writer who basically writes about a girl that he sees in his dreams, and she becomes real, and everything he writes turns true. I won't go any further than that because it does get a bit deeper than that, but it's a very good film and I can recommend that. And then this one, which the reason I haven't catalogued it away, I've had it for a while now, is because I can't find any space for it at the moment, so it's just kind of there. It may just stay there because I am running out of space and I've not got a lot of room. But that is the Alfred Hitchcock Classics Collection Volume 1. I watched all of these for the first time last month. I'll talk about each of them quickly and what I thought about them in order of ones that I liked. So probably these were all of the films that I've seen from Hitchcock so far. His best. This collection is, if you're going to get any of the three, I would recommend just getting this one, I would say, because it has got his four best films on it, I think, or four most well-known films. Um, I'd say fourth, The Birds. Very interesting film, but I was left with a wanting of more at the end. Didn't answer all of the questions that I think it should have. but it was still a very suspenseful film, as is most of his films. Then I would probably go Rear Window. Again, very suspenseful film, very interesting, and I really enjoyed it. Just not much that I can say that I didn't like about it. Um, with all of these, really. Vertigo would then be next. Very interesting, very twisty as well. It had a very, very good twist in it. And I just really enjoyed it. And then obviously Psycho's the best out of these. Loved Psycho, thought it was as good as everyone has said it would be. So yeah, that is volume 1. My personal favourite of Hitchcock's is North by Northwest, though. And these are ones that I just haven't seen yet. Bear with me a second, because no, I have got all of them. I didn't think I'd brought them all over, but I have. These are ones that I've just not seen yet. So yeah, first up we have The Patriot with Mel Gibson. This was going cheap on Vinted, and it's one that I've wanted to get my hands on for a while. I like Mel Gibson when he does meaty roles like this, a bit like Braveheart, so see what that's like. Then we have Volume 2 of the Alfred Hitchcock Classics collection. I did want to get 3 as well, but it's too expensive, and I've heard the films on the third one are very weak. I've only seen 1 out of this set so far, and that's Family Plot, which was his final film, which was entertaining, but definitely not one of his best films. In fact, from what I've heard, most of these films are just middling films, which is why I haven't rushed to watch the rest of them and why I haven't picked up the third volume. But they're very nice sets. If you really, really like Hitchcock films, then definitely buy them, but I wouldn't buy them at full price personally. Next up is a horror franchise that I've been interested in checking out for a while now. I've been getting more and more into horror. I've heard it's one of the best franchises, although it has a lot of hit and misses, and that is A Nightmare on Elm Street. This is the first 7 films, so it doesn't have Freddy vs. Jason on it, or the remake, so I would have to get them separately. That is if I enjoy these films. So this obviously includes A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Revenge, Dream Warriors, The Dream Master, The Dream Child, The Final Nightmare, and Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Nice set. It's packaged fairly well in 4 little individual cases, with a few discs in each. In fact, I think more than one film is on some of the discs. Yeah, disc. Oh yeah, so it's 1 disc in each case. And other than on the first disc, you've got 2 discs for each. But yeah, that is the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Next up, we have Sabrina, the original, starring Audrey Hepburn, Humphrey Bogart, and William Holden. I've seen the remake. I enjoyed the remake with Harrison Ford. And thought, why not? I saw this cheap. I thought, why not? I'm getting into my older films a bit more. So I thought, yeah, I'd start watching this. I'd get this to build on my classics collection. And then we got Romeo and Juliet. This is Baz Luhrmann's. This is the only Baz Luhrmann film I didn't have in the collection and I haven't seen. Also, one of the very few DiCaprio films I haven't seen. So yeah, I thought, why haven't I got this yet? So I've definitely got that. Just need to get around to watching it. And then a big gap in my collection that I finally filled is the Godfather trilogy. I had the first one, which I'd watched about an hour of. But I lost interest, but not because I didn't enjoy the film. Obviously something was on my mind at the time. These are films I want to watch at some point, but because they're long, I just haven't got around to watching them yet. And these are very new in the terms of getting them. Except for this first one, which I got for Christmas a few years ago, and I realised I didn't have it here at my house, but I finally managed to get it. So that is Air Force One. This is the Australian import, which is what I got at the time. I haven't actually seen this. Well, I have seen the film, but I've not seen it on Blu-ray yet. I've not seen it for a long time. So it's definitely one that's due a rewatch. Really like this. It is basically Die Hard on a plane, but Harrison Ford is great, as is Gary Oldman as the villain. Next up we have Sunset Boulevard, which is another classic from 1950. Got a fantastic cast. You got William Holden, Gloria Swanson, Hedda Hopper, Cecil B. DeMille, Buster Keaton. Those are names that I'm familiar with. And it looks like, yeah, it's a Billy Wilder film as well. I actually am planning on watching this afternoon, just because it feels like it would be a Saturday easygoing afternoon watch, and it's not too long. So yeah, I might give my thoughts on that in the next video I do. I'll leave those two till last. Next up we have LA Confidential, another what I would say is a gap in my collection. A film that I watched a long time ago, really loved, just never picked it up on Blu-ray. It goes really cheap, so I thought I'd finally get it, add it. I want to rewatch it again. I mean, I was in the mood to rewatch it again, but as with all of these, I've just not got around to watching it yet. But hopefully, I'm aiming to watch all of these, not every single one that I've shown, but the last few, over the course of the next week, if I get time. Then we have another one that I've wanted in the collection for a long time, and that's Tombstone with Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer. I've seen Wyatt Earp. I would say it's one of my favourite westerns. A lot of people prefer this film personally, but because I haven't seen it yet, I cannot give an opinion on that. I really like the cast, is all I can say. I'm assuming it's pretty much the exact same story about Wyatt Earp. But yeah, I will dive into that one very soon. And then we have King Arthur, the director's cut. This is an Antoine Fuqua film. Another one I just haven't seen yet. I've seen the Charlie Hunnam one, the Guy Ritchie one, which I thought was okay. It wasn't the best film, but I thought it was okay. I'm not a big fan of these sorts of films, but it's got a good cast. You've got Clive Owen, Keira Knightley. Ray Winston's in it, Stellan Skarsgård, and as I say, it was directed by Antoine Fuqua, so I thought, yeah, it was again a cheap one, so I thought I'd give it a go, see what it's like. And then two which I have seen before, which I got last weekend when I went into town in HMV. These were two on the 2 for $30. Just thought I need to get them in the collection finally. They've been out on 4K for a while, so that is, they didn't come with slipcovers, but that doesn't bother me anymore. Collateral on 4K. With Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx, which is like a thriller about a hitman. Really love this film. Again, this will be one that I watch very soon again. Hopefully over the next few days I'll get these watched. But yeah, that is Collateral. And the other one I decided to pick up is Casablanca. I was very lucky to see this at the cinema 2 years ago for one of its anniversaries. The first time I'd seen it, and I really liked it. It was actually the first Humphrey Bogart film I'd seen, and yeah, I'd heard so many good things about it, and I did really enjoy it, so I'm very glad to have this on 4K, and I am one of the few that really like these thin cases. Purely the main reason is because it means that there's more space. When they're in thin cases like the Americans have, it just gives you more space on the shelf, and I don't mind the title's smaller, but it doesn't bother me. All that matters to me is I've got the film in 4K, and that is all that I really care about, to be honest. So that is it. That is everything that I've sort of got, I would say, for the last month or so, maybe a bit longer, that have just not been put away yet. If they'd have been put away, I probably wouldn't have shown them because it would have taken too long to get them all together, and it would have been too long of a video. But yeah, I thought I'd do an update today because I had time and I wanted to make a new video, because I haven't done for a while. I have still got another video that I just haven't uploaded yet, which is my W's. I think I will maybe now also do the T's. Is it the T's? No, it's not the T's. We've not got there yet. I will do the V's and the U's today, and then it won't be next weekend because I'm away for the next weekend. But I have got a little bit of time off of work for 2 weeks soon. So if I do get a chance in between what I'm doing, I may try and make a video then. But yeah, I don't know when. It will be as and when. They will just pop up. I will probably put this video up straight away. And then I might put the W video up tomorrow or something. But yeah, that is it for today. If you like the video, make sure to give it a like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and turn the notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded onto the channel. Comment down below anything and everything. I always appreciate when anyone leaves me a comment, and I always get back to anyone that leaves me a comment. But that is it. So until next time everyone, take care. Goodbye.